So I have a question for you. Can you sing anything from a Marvel movie?
When this question came about, one particular Marvel theme popped up to my head. And I was not alone. Just browse the comment section of that video and you'll find many others pointing out the same theme. The Avengers theme has weight. There's something about it that screams adventure and fun. It feels right, like a real superhero theme. This is not to say that every Frame a Painting's video is wrong. Quite the contrary. If anything, the Avengers theme comes to reinforce some of its arguments. In his video, Tony gives the following reasons for why Marvel scores are so forgettable. They are covered with distractions that don't allow the audience to listen to the music. They are predictable and don't challenge the audience expectations. And most importantly, they don't evoke an emotional response. So, what is it about the Avengers theme in particular that makes it stand out in comparison to other Marvel themes? First off, the Avengers avoids doing the mistakes that Tony pointed out. When the theme is presented, we are able to listen to it clearly. There are no huge distractions from it. The music is noticeable when it needs to be noticed. And when someone is about to speak,
how bad is it?
The music stops. The theme is also able to evoke an emotional response thanks to a particular moment. And I think most of us know what that exact moment is. This 360 shot is the moment when all the Avengers are finally working together. This is the culmination of many years and movies of build-up. So, the Avengers theme is one worth remembering. But what exactly makes a theme memorable, i.e., in the sense of being easily remembered? Sometimes it has nothing to do with the quality of the theme itself. We all have that one catchy song that we hate, but is permanently stuck in our brains.
Triple them gun will make you smile.
Part of what allows a theme to become memorable is repetition. But repetition alone isn't enough. There's plenty of recognizable music out there, but it's used and reused in so many different things that it's hard to tell where it first came from. What ultimately makes something burned into our memories is repetition with association. By association, I mean the connection of one concept with another. This is pretty much what makes advertising work. You repeat a song, symbol, or message linked to a brand or an idea over and over till it's inevitably stuck into people's heads. And every time we encounter that song, symbol, or message again, we'll remember that particular concept or feeling associated with it. This same principle also applies to every opening credit sequence you can think of. That's why when you hear this, you think of this. And when you hear you think of this. But if I do this, after so many repetitions, our brain becomes wired to only match certain concepts together, and when we rematch them, things feel a bit off. Okay, back to the Avengers. The theme can be divided into parts. Part A which is played alongside with S.H.I.E.L.D. and Nick Fury, and Part B, that states right from the start to be linked to the Avengers. From what I was able to spot, the Avengers theme can be heard at least 8 different times throughout the film if you exclude credits. Twice with only part A of the theme, 3 times with part B, and other 3 times with both parts merged together, forming one full piece. But the theme isn't repeated for repetition's sake. We don't hear it at any given moment. It doesn't play when Loki is at that fancy party doing very naughty things, or when the heroes are fighting each other, nor when they're eating shawarma. The theme wants to convey an idea, one feeling. The theme wants to be linked to grandness. And it does so by playing at key moments. From the first moment we are introduced to the theme, what we are shown on screen is scale. A small object on the frame allows us to sense how big everything else is. And by repeating the theme at these specific moments, we end up associating the tune with magnitude. Because we always hear the theme in relation to something big, when this happens, it feels even bigger. Whether is when working together in that glorious continuous shot, saving the day or setting the stage for what's to come, from this point on the theme is attached to the Avengers. And even though the sequel had a different composer, Age of Ultron manages to reincorporate the theme in its score. The theme is brought back in the movie's biggest moments, creating a thematic continuity. If the music is rightly used in the movie, and if this is such an iconic theme to Marvel fans, what's stopping regular moviegoers from humming this theme? I think the answer may rest simply on marketing. Using the examples given by Tony in his video, let's take a look at this trailer for Empire Strikes Back.
The continuing story of our band of heroes: Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, and introducing Lando Calrissian.
And now this one for Return of the Jedi.
The next chapter in the Star Wars saga, Return of the Jedi. The battle between good and evil rages on.
Spot any similarities? You know, aside from the awkward narration?
It's an epic of romance.
Both trailers share the Star Wars theme. Now take a look at this Harry Potter trailer.
Did you ever make anything happen? Anything you couldn't explain?
And now the older James Bond trailers. And more recent ones. Did you hear it? All these trailers have their respective movie themes present. Finally, let's look at the Avengers trailer.
If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it.
And the Age of Ultron trailer. and TV spots?
Captain America.
They slipped out.
Thor. I am mighty. Black Widow.
Hey, big guy.
Hulk. Avengers: Age of Ultron.
No Avengers theme. What gives? Most trailers are made before the movie is even complete. So the absence of the Avengers theme from the first trailers is justifiable. What's not justifiable is the absence from the Age of Ultron trailers. The music chosen doesn't even represent the overall tone of the film. It makes Age of Ultron look like a horror movie. I mean, how does this matches this?
You can't save them all. You'll never.
Never what? You didn't finish! What, were you napping?
And seriously, how hard it is to make a TV spot with a musical theme? While it is present in the movie and its sequel, the Avengers theme is completely absent from any promotional material. With each trailer having a different song, it becomes harder to connect any musical theme with the movie. They would never change the Avengers font from poster to poster, so why did they do it with its music? Creating a clearer musical identity allows for much faster and direct identification that is then inserted in every parody, commercial, homage or pastiche imaginable, making the theme even more inescapable. Still unconvinced that marketing has anything to do with how memorable a movie theme is?
Simple game. Is he serious?
Always.
Do you remember the future?
From a doomed planet in a distant galaxy to a fantastic underground hideaway, from the Fortress of Solitude to the bustling city room of the Daily Planet.
Ghostbusters.
Hey, anybody see a ghost?
They catch the ghost that won't stay dead.
Pardon me, sir, but what are you looking at? Is that by any chance the picture called The Pink Panther? Who's in it?
Raiders of the Lost Ark. A film from Steven Spielberg and George Lucas.
There is a creature alive today who has survived millions of years of evolution without change, without passion, and without logic.
Well, the murderer, you see, crept in here very slowly. Of course, the shower was on, there was no sound, and
sometimes what makes something memorable or iconic has nothing to do with its quality, but with how ubiquitous it is. Pretty much anyone around the world is able to recognize Darth Vader, Harry Potter or James Bond, even if they've never seen any of the films. And the same applies to its music. As it is right now, Marvel doesn't have a right away identifiable musical theme, not because it's missing one, but because the ones they have are not used enough. So all Marvel has to do is create themes that give us an emotional connection to each character, Stick with those same themes for the following sequels. Use them in as many promotional materials possible, and in a few more years we'll have people humming Marvel themes when asked on the fly.